from that, he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. If everybody including win, I mean win. Fuck.
Same question for you.
You're a proud father.
Boxing has always revolved around status and pecking order. And Terence "Bud" Crawford made his stance unmistakable during a recent live appearance. What started as a routine discussion took a sharp turn when Crawford brought up Gervonta "Tank" Davis, offering a direct assessment rather than casual praise. He dissected Tank's latest performances, challenged the narrative surrounding his reputation, and openly questioned how legitimate his most recent win really was.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, he was like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. I don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. No, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. Like he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah,
he definitely got skills. He got power. He got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
This wasn't standard trash talk or casual commentary. It was a statement. Crawford recognized the excitement and attention surrounding Tank, but made it clear that the hype didn't move him. He suggested that certain tough tests have been sidestepped, and saying that publicly sent ripples through the lightweight landscape. Any notion that friction between them had cooled vanished instantly, as both his words and his tone shifted the entire atmosphere in the room.
3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, the last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind? No, I'm saying no. I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight. You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight? Yeah. Who is that? I'm not gonna tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Somebody asked Lomachenko. Right. Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that? Oh, Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. I need 3 now. Yeah. Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that? He's not worth it. He's not worth no multi-fight deal. He's not even worth it. Anyway, got to fight somewhere else and prove himself, and then like, you feel me? You know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? You gotta fight on the underground shit, then get that.
They gotta go to the G League.
When Tank's old comment about Crawford chasing money was brought up, Crawford shut it down, saying fighters don't compete for free and that neither of them is above boxing's business side. When asked about Tank moving up to 154 to face him, Crawford brushed it off with clear indifference, making it obvious he doesn't see that matchup as a real threat.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-count.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
There's a reason Crawford remains undefeated. He knows his worth and isn't willing to risk his prime on speculative matchups, especially against fighters who barely got by Roach.
Eric Marlinski scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both score the bout 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Conversation heated up when Crawford broke down Tank's recent fight, leaving no room for sugarcoating. He dissected key moments against Roach, questioning why Tank dropping to a knee wasn't ruled a knockdown, and noting unusual corner activity mid-fight that seemed outside standard procedure. Crawford also highlighted inconsistencies in officiating, pointing out how referee Steve Willis started an account, then abruptly stopped. Without making outright accusations, he made it clear the sequence didn't sit right, and encouraged viewers to question it. In his view, without that controversial moment, Roach likely would have won. Crawford's take, blunt and unfiltered, suggested Tank had been too comfortable and underestimated his opponent, nearly costing him the fight.
Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not.
Most fans assumed Gervonta Davis would cruise past Roach, delivering another highlight reel knockout and flashy post-fight celebration. But Roach had different ideas, appending expectations and rewriting the story.
Great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
No, I haven't watched the full fight. one thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that, you know.
In the first bell, Roach fought with aggression, precision, and fearlessness, turning what was expected to be an easy night for Davis into one of his toughest tests. The 9th round stood out, as Tank went down after a clean right hand and body combination, clearly more than a slip. A knockdown that had fans on edge.
And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He hard.
Now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's gonna be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for...
Crawford wasn't alone in questioning the call. Big names like Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya spoke out on social media, insisting the moment should have been ruled a knockdown without debate. While the fight itself was exciting and competitive, the controversy over Davis taking the knee left many wondering how the commission might handle or even reverse the decision.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
Man,
is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like...
Just not your cup of tea, that's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him and he in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways,